Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing really well. We're on episode 16 of Saxlingham. Please do not do any bird poo. I mean, that would be funny, wouldn't it? If we saw a bird poo in the game on the windscreen. I mean, that brings me straight back to what I was thinking before, which is why did Giants stop with the wipers working in the rain? I still can't understand that. It's like the one thing that keeps bugging me, and I keep thinking about it. I'd love that. But imagine if every now and again you just got bird poo when you went onto, like, even when you went into the tractor, like, you just saw it. So it had happened whilst you wasn't in it, or whilst you weren't driving or something, or not in the tractor or the vehicle. You just had bird poo, and you had to use, like, screen wash to get it off. Small things like that would make me just kind of, like, think, yes, this is the realism I'm after. So you heard it here first. Bird poo is the next realistic edition that Giant Software need to go to. Anyway, completely sidetracked myself. Episode 16. In episode 15, the last one, we got the canola planted in the field over there. And I was talking about, like, where I want to move to next, where the series aspirations are and goals. And it's that farm over there, just in the distance. I've properly cemented that now as the plan. It's going to be good because some really good fields around it and also grass fields around it. So it kind of just all ties in. It ticks all the boxes, basically. So we're going to work to that. We're going to have to harvest all the canola first, though. And we're talking about, like, December time before that even happens. But in the meantime, we've got to make money. We've got to do well. And you've probably noticed, anyone with a keen eye, have noticed that my money's gone down from around 90,000 to 57. That is a bit of a jump. But I've invested into the future. Don't get me wrong, what I've bought was not technically needed, but it is going to help me out. And I think it would be more needed when we start doing grass work next time around on the farm and the fields that we have when we're over there. So we'll go have a look at that in a second. We're going to be doing silage in this one, but going to do it in a bunker. It's a little bit different. But first, I just wanted to show that I have done this track, and I think it's a much better way to get up to this field from the farm. I've also made another track just there, right where that tram line is that you can see in between this field and the next one. That's just an extra way for me to get in. But yeah, I like this. It's just straightforward, nothing too crazy, but I feel like I've done it well enough that it blends in. I probably should remove that tree out there. This one probably needs to go just because of where it is, but we're not going to do that yet. I mean, I could. Have I even got No, I haven't even got a chainsaw, but could try and chop it down at some point, but it just feels like it's encroaching into the track a bit. Anyway, doesn't matter too much, does it? Right, so let's park this up here and I'll talk you through the plan for this episode. So first thing that I bought was this. I needed a bit of a workshop instead of keep driving it up to the dealership, even though it's not too far away. For anything like new tyres and stuff like that, I don't mind doing that. Anything like that, or even repairs, really. But this is for, like, if I want to change tyres, and now I want to change into some narrows because we're going to be doing some spraying. Now, this is a job I'm going to use for the worker, even cosplay or anything like that, to go spray them 2 fields down there while we tackle getting the grass mowed, putting it into a bunker. But I thought this is the perfect little place. But it's only £700, and it will do the job. So let's first do this, and we'll set it going. So it should just reverse nicely onto this if I can line that up a bit better. Christ, bloody hell, that was awful. That was absolutely awful. Right, so about there is spot on. Now, I will not make the same mistake this time. We're going to click this. We are going to... In fact, we may as well repair it for that much. It's not an issue at all. Go to customize. This time, going to change to this, and we should get just standard narrow tyres. There we go. So £1,000 on that. It's perfect for what we need. Everything's stayed the same. Am I at the maximum on this? I think I am. Yeah, I am. So £1,000. Press customize, and job is done. Now from there, what we're going to do is connect up to the sprayer with our new narrows. Doesn't look too bad at all, does it? Perfect tractor for narrow tyres. Get hitched up to this. It's got liquid fertilizer in, so we're going to need to empty this out. So let's just empty. I'm just trying to think where it's not in the way, and we can move it after at a later date. There we go. So that's 2 IBCs that are out. We've got quite a lot. Now, I've got storage points now. I've tried to sort it out a little bit. Well, definitely better than what it was, where I've put things in spots, and I'll show you that now. Well, this is quickly just filling up with herbicide that I have bought. So that was like £2,000 odd. Got some herbicide there going into that. But over in this one, which I've only got one door open, but that is where my liquid fertilizer is being stored. I'll put a herbicide in there as well. Then over in this one, I've got things like the wrap for my silage bales and the net wrap for round bales and stuff like that. So twine will go in there and so on. And I'll make sure. Now, I have got loads of these IBCs just knocking about the place, and they have, I'll be honest, they've confused me a few times. These are actually built into the map, and you can tell they just look like they're all IBCs of like fertilizer that I've forgotten about, but they're not. So I need to stop getting confused by that. Now, this video should be coming out like next week, Wednesday, when you're watching it. I'm recording it just before I do the farmhand. And yeah, I wanted to just say that Saxlingham, as far as I know, I've been speaking to Brisco quite a bit. Failed twice, unfortunately. So, whilst it's having its console testing, it's failed twice. The third time, he said he was going to send it back at the weekend. So if you're watching it on Wednesday, it's the weekend just gone. Now, fingers crossed, it gets sorted and passed. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know how much Brisco wants me to share of the reasons why it's failed. He hasn't said I can or can't. So I'm just going to say this. I feel like Giants are being a little bit difficult. Now, it's not Giants as a brand's fault. It's just sometimes I feel like there's just a few little flaws in the way they test sometimes. You can tell if you've got different testers, if you know what I'm saying. It's like if you go and get, your MOT tested on your car. Somebody will pick up the most finest details that really shouldn't be failing on an MOT. Others will be like, no, that's not a fail, but I'll give you like a heads up and a warning for next time that this is an issue you might want to sort out. I feel like sometimes with Giants testing for mods, it can be like that. And I feel for the modders because a lot of the times, they're scratching their heads going like, how do we even fix that? And where is even this problem? They'll just say, you've got this is why it's failed. But then you've got to go and find if it's a model, where the model is. It's a little bit like, I don't know, it's like a game of snakes and ladders. You feel like you get in there and then all of a sudden you come back down again. So I feel for Brisco a lot. He's doing his very best, so please be patient. I know people want to play it. I fully get that. I really do. But it's going to happen, I promise you. Brisco's determined it's going to come out on console. When it does, everyone's going to enjoy it. So we're getting there. We're getting close. I just hope and fingers crossed it's passed this third time. And it might even be out. Who knows? I don't know. It's impossible to say, but it could be out right now. It could be out in a few days. It could fail again, unfortunately. But that's the update I've got for everybody. Anyway, let's stop faffing about. And what we want to do first is not that. We want to bring up courseplay. And then I'm actually going to try and do this fully automated. So we're going to start with field 3. Let's go to this one first, target position. I think the entrance is down this way for field 3. So let's just put it there, a little bit ahead, like that. And then we want to go one headland, because it is a 27-meter spread. Start work on the centre. And I think that should all be sound. There we go. Looks good to me. So he'll start there, do that, finish on the headlands. Looks good, looks good. So let's go back. Right, so now what we want to do is we're just going to put it to drive, which is this one. And we want to go, I think it was, wait a minute, was it field 3? I want to get this right. I think it's 3 then 5. No, not 5. 2, that's it. So we're going field 3 first. So all I should be able to do here is put the courseplay button on, drive to field 3, and then when it, make sure that's on first waypoint, and then if I press go with the courseplay button not grayed out, basically got the colour in, it's like highlighted more, press go, it should drive to field 3 and then start this course in field 3 with the herbicide. I'm hoping 2,000 litres will last us. If it doesn't, we're just going to have to fill up some. I mean, what we could do just quickly to check, because I do I want to make sure that he's not going to... Yeah, he's not going to pay for anything. That's good. So that'll lead me on perfectly to the next job, which is we're going to go and sell a mower, which I've actually driven past. I was thinking it was at the other location, but it's actually parked up here, isn't it? We're going to go sell this mower. Now, I've only done like 2 cuts this mower, and it's a perfect mower for the size grass fields that we've got. But like I said, I've invested into the future, and with us going to more grass fields, more animals potentially as well, which is the aim. I want to go to 24 now in each group, so 3 groups of 24 instead of 3 groups of 12. I thought I'd find a better mower, which, even though this is a good mower, I'm talking about a mower that hangs over the side, front mower, rear mower, and have that kind of setup. And yeah, we can sell this one. So I've invested in a couple. Now, to be honest, they weren't even that expensive. I probably spent maybe like £25,000 on them combined. Maybe 30, something like that maximum. And then I also leased out a forage wagon that we're going to use. So that's where the majority of the money's gone, on doing that and buying a bit of herbicide. So that's the 2 mowers that I've got. You can see that they're decent size, nothing crazy. Definitely an improvement on this. And if we just drop that off there, hoping it won't matter that I've not cleaned it. It shouldn't do. And if we, for starters, just repair it, I'm not going to do the paint condition because I don't think I need to. Sell it for that, 14,695. So there we go. We can get 14,000 back, which is good. And now we can go pick up the mowers and get the ball rolling. We'll first drive up to the field with the mowers, and before we actually get mowing, let's turn to all steer. There we go. Wait a minute, I can't say that. I've been trying to say that 4 times now. All-wheel steering. There we go. Faffing about. Yeah, I'll drive to the field first, park this up, and then I'm going to place down the bunker. Now, I only want a moderate-sized bunker. I don't want anything too big. And think everything that we are placing down, including that little workshop that I've got, when we move farms, we're going to have to sell it and then rebuy it and potentially rebuy it and place it down. Now, we should get the same money because I've got a mod that gives you the same money back when you sell a placeable as what you put into it, which I like because if I do want to just move it to another location, I can do. Right, should we go in? Yeah, we'll go in this way. There's a lot of fog down this end, isn't there? Morning dew, even though it's like 11:15 in game, but it does hold it in this area because, well, I guess it's because of the fact it's lower down, isn't it? Right, so he's good there for a second. Let's just check how he's getting on with this. Not too bad at all. At least he started, which is good to see. We are losing quite a bit of herbicide there. Pretty much guaranteed that we're going to need it. Right, let's do the construction. Now, where are we going to place this bunker? I was thinking the best spot is probably somewhere around here. Because, like, you don't want to block anything off, do you? You can't block this area off because of these sheds. This is probably the best shout. Around here somewhere. And we'll have to just use a bit of terraforming, won't we? So let's find one that we can place down that's the right size. Right, so I'm going to have to jump out of the game here because I'm sure I've got some more options in this. This is pretty much the only one I've got, and it's way too big, and it's a drive-through one, which I do want to avoid. But for 25,000, we could use it, and we could place it here. We'd just have to lose that entrance section there, so we'd have to come up this way, and it's not the end of the world because we could put it probably about there, and it's still. It still do the job, and we can still get around the side to feed the animals, and it's also close to the animals. But ideally, I want one that's not like that. So I know I've got some mods. So what I'm going to just quickly do, I'm going to jump out of game. I'm going to stop this guy. Not that one. We're going to stop this guy currently where he's at. And if we just reverse until last waypoint when we come back in, we'll know. So, yeah, bear with me. I'll cut back in when I've put these bunker mods in, because I definitely know I've got better options than that. Right, sorted out. I've picked a few to have a look at, and I've found one that's actually spot on. It costs £12,000, and yeah, it's going to be perfect. So what I need to do first is level out, because I think that spot's just going to be too problematic, whereas this is actually a good spot to do it. So I want to level out this section the best I can, and then we can worry about smoothing it out at a later date. So let's just get it in first. Because what I want to do is put it probably about there. So let's go to that. Silos. There's one that's modular as well, you can build yourself, but I don't want to do that. One, I've never tested it out to see how it works, and this one's only 12,500. And I think it might be perfect. Probably about, just about there. You know what, that is actually spot on. Spot on. Do want to do some terrain work though. Got to fix straight away this section. Got to put down like probably the same texture is already that's there. And because I've gone that far down now, I'm going to have to do it over here as well, else it's going to bug me. Probably to about there. That's fine. So not too bad. Right. Do we want field? No, we don't want that. Well, you can do like this farm track though a bit, can't we? Just to maybe tidy up the edge of it. It's about there. Maybe some kind of grass as well. Yeah, I actually think that's much better. Right, that's that sorted out then. That's all level, nicely done. And the final thing we need to do here is just smooth off this section. I think that now should be spot on. What do we say? What do we think? It's not the best place really in the world for a bunker, but it's better than me doing a load of terraforming over here just to get it in. And it's, you know, it's not permanent, is it? It's only going to go there until we move farms. And we can still use this section here for like a bale pad as well. So I'm happy with that. I think that's going to work well. Let's just quickly check this guy, because I know he's probably going to be right at the end with only 500 litres left of herbicide. So, yeah, he's almost guaranteed to run out now at this point. So we're going to have to buy another IBC of herbicide. And, yeah, we're going to have to... I'm just thinking, do I drive down? Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll drive down and then use auto drive to drive back, like I did with this one, to make sure he's going. Because if it's done, this in 2,000, you know, pretty much like 1,500 litres, then he'll easily do the next one. So let's drive to the store, get the herbicide he's going to need to carry this on, because we want to get that field sorted out. Because then all I've got to do is fertilise in April, and then we're waiting for harvest after that. Because we'll have done the grass work now, hopefully get a full bunker. It's not the biggest size in the world, so it should do the job. And yeah, pretty much perfect. Right, down to 56,000 after that, but it did make me think that I need some silage additive, because the forage wagon we're going to be using, yeah, needs some silage additive. I'm just trying to think, do I get a drum? 100 litres? It's not like I need loads. I mean, a drum of silage additive might just be enough. I mean, a pallet's 2,900, and it's got... That can't be right. 60 litres. That can't be right, can it? But I don't know. We'll get this one because it's £300. There we go. And hopefully that'll last out. Right, let's have a look where the course is here, because I need to go to field 2. That should be good. Get up this again. We want to be doing the exact same as we did before. Field entrance, I think it's here, so let's go just in front of it again. and keep to the one headland. Happy days. So, first waypoint on that. Click this. Let's just have a look where it's going to go. I'm hoping if I set it going now. Alright, let's just do this again. Make sure I got that enabled. There we go. Oh, no, you don't want to be doing that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you faffing about? Now try it. There you go. Just about. I feel like we've been messing about for ages and not really got anywhere because we've still got to mow all this. Still got to mow and row it, and it's going to take, you know, a bit of time. Luckily, I've got bigger mows now, so that should help me out. And the rowing, well, rowing's never been too much of an issue, but I might get the row on. Yeah, in fact, I will do. That's a good idea. I'll get the row onto the JCB, and then we can carry on in the big John Deere with the forage wagon. That's got to be the best route to take with this. Welcome back, everybody. It's been probably about an hour and 20 minutes since I started the time lapse. A few jump cuts in there, obviously, or else it'd be super long, but we got it done. Now, I wasn't really impressed with the yield. Looking at the nitrogen, that's gone down to 0. Now, I don't think I wasn't at 0 definitely, but I think it was probably like halfway to where it needed to be. So it wasn't perfect, and that's probably my fault. Yeah, definitely had more than that. I think I was probably about 30, 40 kilograms per hectare there, so it's not too far off, but yeah, the yield was down. Now, I wasn't in the full growth stage, so I should have waited. I think I should have waited an extra month until probably April time to do the first cut, but to be honest, it's not an issue because we filled up the bunker, technically. It's not full, as in, we could fit a lot more in, but we've got 100,000 litres in here. That's plenty of silage to feed these cows, definitely. And now it's fully compacted. I tidied it up with the manure fork on the tiny little John Deere. It's still got the narrows on, so it looks a bit strange, but yeah, I tied it up at the edges. The only thing I've noticed is with this bunker, we've got some clipping going on, and I can't get rid of that. That's actually inside. It's just clipping through. So if I get rid of that, it'll make a mess on the inside. Now it's just that side, because looking at this side, it's not too bad. So probably just needs the tip collision boxes that are set up in this wall moving just a touch probably. But it doesn't matter too much. Just have to look at that for a bit. But I'm glad we got that much silage. That'll tie us over. So these 3 cow sheds and all the cows will be, they'll have plenty. We're going to bring them out anyway about May time, so they'll be grazing at that point. So we've got more than enough. We've also got a load of silage bales still in storage. But yeah, not too bad. So I'll get this cleaned off before I return it. But we have got that on lease, so we need to send it back, get a bit of money back. But I'm not paying for the washing fee again. That's insane. So we'll wash that off. The mowers worked a treat, a lot better than the one we had before. I kind of flew through it. If anything, just the course plate wasn't playing ball, so I had to do the majority of the windrow near the end. Actually, it wasn't working too well, so I sorted that out, and then I'll cut that bit though, so the time lapse is not horrendously long. But yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I think what we set out to do in this episode, which was make some silage, get the fields sorted for the weeds in 3 and 2, which we just have a quick look now. You'll be able to see. There we go. So wood chop there. You can see now that shows up as withered weeds because we killed them off with the herbicide. Got a tiny little spot there, but that's nothing bad. So really, the only thing we're going to need to do is spray all the fields with nitrogen. You can see that pretty much every field is crying out for nitrogen. So yeah, just trying to think like the best way to do it. Now, I don't think it needs... What is the required nitrogen on that? I think it might be 180, so yeah, still definitely needs quite a bit, doesn't it? If 180, we're going to be putting a lot down. So I'm probably going to have to buy some more liquid fertilizer. We've got quite a bit, but we'll need more, definitely. So I'm just trying to think now what to do for the next episode. Going to skip through until April. It might just be that we do some spraying. But I'd like to do a bit more than that in the episode, but we'll have to just see what happens. We can't do any mowing. We've done all that. We can't do anything for the crops except spraying the nitrogen down, and the cows are all good. So I think we're just going to have to, probably do the spraying and then do a jump cut to harvest. Now, harvest is going to be an interesting one because if we look at the crop calendar, we've planted in the canola, the spring canola. We drilled that in March, at the start of March, so we should still get July harvest, hopefully. And because we did the winter canola from August onwards, after that, we should also get July. So I'm hoping that all the fields are ready to harvest in July. So it might just be that come April, we'll do some spraying, get the fertilizer down, following the tram lines, and then we'll do a jump cut all the way to harvest in July. And well, thinking about it, I'm trying to think, because I want to sell the cows in June, and I'm going to have to do, unless I hold on to the cows and just sell them in July. Thing is, if I do that, there's going to be a lot in that one episode. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it twice, aren't I? I'm going to have to do next episode's going to have to be spraying the fertilizer in April. June, we're going to have to come back in and sell the cows. And yeah, they might just be too short episodes if I can't find anything to do in between, you know, filling them up. I might even look at contracts or something just for a bit of extra cash. But yeah, definitely got 2 jobs to do, haven't we? We've got to sell cows and bring some more in. And then we've also got to do the fertilizing. And then it's harvest time. So we will be progressing through. And the next 3 episodes will be on the way. Well, after 3 episodes, we'll have done the harvest. So we'll be then moving into like the winter months after that again. We're flying through it. Absolutely flying through it. But on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I've enjoyed playing the game. Enjoyed recording this video. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching it. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me because that really does help me out. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.